choice. But Aphelios is going to be the answer. It's not...
This guy's champion. See what he can do with it as we jump onto the Rift for game number 2.
Then the Aphelios will just blast the Leona if she does walk into a handshake, and right. And that's the only reason why I mentioned the Lucian, because it's pretty terrible with Renata, but he just likes to pick these sometimes.
Ooh, flash out of the seismic shove here. Showmaker does take a fair bit of damage back, but didn't have to use his flash in that instance. Sponge in the area, and so Showmaker could be punished once again, as Lucid, I think, knows that Sponge is somewhat in the area. Arctic Assault not going to quite land here, as Lucid looking to get away. Permafrost not going to quite get in there. Yahoo was out of lane. That's why Lucid's playing with so much respect.
Really huge that doesn't hit us.
Whoa, that's a very long-range Zenith Blade. Great handshake to try and get them away from aiming, as Teddy chasing after Kellen here momentarily. That is still cleansed down on the side of aiming. Yeah,
aiming 3.
Amy and Kellen are keeping them low as well, as we can see. Teddy does have a biscuit as Lucid's making his way in. There's the Eclipse. Great handshake and first blood onto Teddy, and I don't think they're done just yet. They're going to try and set up for this kill here as Aiming's the one that picks up the aggro. He'll get away from the turret, though, as the teleport does come on through. Aiming just walks it off, and that is a plate going down in the meantime as well. But if D+ can continue the momentum here, could be a real worry as Kellen just walks towards Splitter, and they're going to trade blows and nothing too much is going to happen. Big wave stacking up here.
And unfortunately for Sponge, not much he can do. Just knowing that experience advantage he has and just pushing it forward so much with the bottom side control.
That flash was so weird, but it worked so well! Okay, Kellen! Okay, Kellen!
He's just giggling, man. He's having a bit of a giggle. Flash there. Not a great spot. This is Kellen's first-person view.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't think I need to translate.
Yeah, no translation necessary for that one.
A teleport on this Ezreal they want to punish, but it looks like he's holding it for a little bit.
Yeah, Showmaker throwing some rocks around here as in comes Lucid. There's the cease and desist. And Sponge is in a real rough spot. There's the flash forward. The threaded volley comes down. Yahoo is in position, though. Showmaker does get the kill, but goes down immediately afterwards. And Rascal, with the teleport in, is going to make sure that there's nothing else to be gained, as Lucid is on a merry jaunt through the enemy jungle, and he will take the disengage cone. Shout outs to Valdez, and he will be out scot-free.
Over here, meanwhile, but yeah, definitely could have gone better there for D+, but at the end of the day, I think they're pretty happy with the scenario. They still have a lot of control as Showmaker comes in.
Yep, looking for Teddy now as well as he's on these rocks. Can Arcane shift out of them, but I don't think it's going to matter. He is going to go the other direction, tries to throw down as many abilities as possible, but Lucid says Vault Breaker. And Teddy is going to be lying on the floor. So DK now moving that lead further forward. Drake has just spawned as well. Showmaker moving up there, does have Weaver's Wall at the ready, so he can be there at a moment's notice. Sponge and Yahoo just going to be taking down this blue buff. And I think that Shelly should just go over to D+ here without too much of a response from DRX outside of Rascal going for a shove in that bottom lane. Teleport's available for Showmaker. I don't know whether they really want to use it here to take to protect this turret that is...
It's done so.
Yeah, it's really basically just standing there already dead. Sponge going to be spotted here. There's a wallop. Gnar into the wall there at the same time as Vault Breaker comes on in. Rascal, relatively tanky though, and so is Showmaker seems to be completely fine. Rascal continues to be toyed with here underneath the turret, and there's the hop, skip, and a jump. And there is a dead Jax. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, same thing's going to be happening here as Rift Herald was dropped and now is getting escorted by Kingen. Turret goes down on the top side, but can they actually save Kellen as a seismic shove? Oh, the handshake actually kind of wrecks Showmaker there, but it does not matter at all. Platter is still real dead, and Teddy just had to watch. They are looking to start this one up. Sponge, can he actually get himself in there? They're going to go for a contest as the teleport is coming in from Teddy. Sponge gets into the back of the pit. And D+, I don't think they're looking to flip this. I think they would prefer to go for a fight. They give up on the Drake. They say, all right, if you want to teleport for it, this fight at a moment's notice at the same time as there's the attempted escape from Lucid. He does manage to flash away and then not able to get in for the smite. So that's going to be the first Drake for DRX. Can they get themselves out of here, though? That's the question as Kingen chasing after Sponge. Cease and desist. He goes so incredibly far, but Yahoo still not able to keep himself alive. The handshake to save Lucid. He also had the bailout as the hostile takeover just barely not enough, but the double knockback on the Vault Breaker is decent. Rascal still able to take down Lucid, but I think it's still a big win for D+. And Kellen once again chasing after Rascal. What is this? This is personal beef between these two players.
Starting to feel like it, but I think it's more of a story of DRX losing objective fights and Rascal being the last man standing. He is going to be able to get the execute, it looks like here. Kellen can't catch up with him, so he's going to get it. Down he goes. So close.
That was really close.
Yep. D+ with just a really good read here now, slowly clearing this away. They call the bluff. DRX back off. And D+ could just sit around and scale, basically, until this next fight. And LDR second, I think a great choice for aiming Kellen.
Kellen face checks once again. This is the second time it happens as he's just going to get out. Okay, we'll take the Buster Shot taxi. And it does do a fair bit of damage, but it gets you to your location. True Shot Barrage! Kellen's like not even close.
DRX are not going to try to sneak a Baron under their eyes. Okay.
All right, there's Cease and Desist onto Teddy. Does Arcane Shift, but then he falls into the seismic shove. Oh, Kellen!
Second consolation break, maybe. King has something to say about it.
Yeah, he's able to throw a bunch of rocks in here. It's okay. They do get the dragon. Over the wall now, but Showmaker looking for a little bit. Seismic shove. Has to flash to get himself out of the way, but look at these health bars. They're going down so quickly. And Pleta, he's going to have to be the sacrificial Leona. Lucid going to be able to take him down. They've got the Baron now, though.
Live long enough. This Ezreal is going to be a huge problem. The Jax is going to use those stats so well. Let's watch Kellen here. Oh, my God.
That was beautiful.
And they still end up getting a big win. Over here.
We got another little battle happening here, or maybe it's a big battle as Cease and Desist goes so far. It's once again the Tristana falling down though, and on the other side, the Vi is going to get rid of the Ezreal. No more damage remains. And even though they managed to get the little dragon, DRX not going to be able to find too much more. Lucid also not too worried about this whole situation as Showmaker. Cool guys don't look at explosions. And how do you feel about that trade? Is now Kingen going to get jumped on here as he just crushes away from the Solar Flare? There's the Weavers all trying to get the stragglers, and he'll find two as that's just not going to work there, Rascal. Unfortunately, the Counter-Strike doesn't work, and aiming is going to be out of pounds. Hostile takeover is gorgeous once again for Kellen. And D+, they're like the Harlem Globetrotters now. They are just walking all over DRX. And I think that this one, it's been over for a while, but I think it's well and truly over now.
It's definitely done now. DRX, a valiant attempt, but D+ gonna go up to 6-1.
And now we completely understand why the first pick buy came in 9-1-7 for Lucid. Absolutely phenomenal performance. Everybody else augmenting this composition gorgeously on D+'s side. It's still a bit of a worry, but that's enough on that. Teddy did a bunch of damage, but Showmaker did that little bit more, and D+ just in general